However,
field goal. What the hell are you doing?
Before we get to JB Santa Maria and Coach P and Gene, let me get this last thought out because off of yesterday's show. And then I sent the tweet out, which got a lot of people in the uproar for some reason. The Niners do have to dominate on Sunday.
Have to.
They got to dominate. Now, if they get the win, they get the win. We'll forget about the game and they get the win. But I do want some style points this Sunday because a lot of Niner fans are tooting their own horn. And look, I don't care about being the best team in week 6. I care about being the best team in early February. I care about being the best team heading into the playoffs. I care about having home field advantage. Being the best team after week 5 does nothing for you, boy. No. It does nothing for me. All right? And so I tweeted out right now, the top dog in the NFC is still the Philadelphia Eagles. And D-Day's coming. The rubber will meet the road December 3rd. And that road is Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Till the Niners knock them off, then, okay, we got action here. But a lot of people, then that's why Twitter, and I went back at some people left and right, because Matt, he can always say, oh, you don't need to do that. But yesterday I had time on my hands, and I wanted to do it. It's been a while, Matt, and I needed to clap at some people. It's okay. The Niners are really good.
They are.
It's really good. But so is Philadelphia, and it's okay to admit.
Well, I don't know why there's so much insecurity right now. You're dominating. Don't worry about anyone else. But and if we're going to start judging the Philadelphia Eagles wins, which a lot of people have done, that's why they're kind of flying under the radar, even though I don't know how you can fly under the radar and still be undefeated, but they somehow are. And we're, they haven't looked like the same team last year. I was like, but they're winning. Like, so if we're going to judge their wins because they're not looking pretty, I'm going to judge the 49ers then too. You better keep dominating. Otherwise, I'm going to judge you if you don't beat PJ Walker by 30 points.
20.
30's a lot. 20. Okay.
Just cover the spread.
Let's cover the spread.
Let's get to JB Santa Maria. Are you guys taking the calls? You guys taking the calls today? All right. JB Santa Maria. Let's get him on. Then we'll get to Coach P.
Santa
we'll get
Maria.
to Gene, Uncle Gene. JB Santa Maria. What's happening? JB, you there?
Yeah.
Let's go,
I'm
JB.
here.
What you got, JB?
All right. Let me just say, first thing, Niners are clicking on all cylinders.
Boom.
And our defense is the best we've ever been since 2011. And you have to admit to that. And the reason why is our offense is allowing them to adjust because they're well rested. And last year, the Eagles knocked us off, but this year is different. We are gunning for them. This is our season, and let me tell you, this year is the only year that our defense could adjust during the game and not after the game. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, JB Santa Maria.
Yep. Thanks, JB. Well, you're talking about that you can go off script a little bit more, right? Like that's basically what he was getting to.
Yeah,
like Kyle Shanahan, he trusts his quarterback. They're not sticking to one certain game plan. They can evolve throughout. Yeah. Now, the game plan is still run the ball, play action pass, dominate in all three phases of the game. But you know what? When a guy has Brock Purdy's intangibles, which is the mental game, his quick movements, his quick feet in the pocket, he can be a little more athletic than Jimmy Garoppolo could. It does open up a lot more, to his point, chances for explosive plays. We saw that with George Kittle breaking out against the Dallas Cowboys last week.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be, I can't call it, but physical games like this always favor Deebo Samuel because he loves these type of games, and he loves going against good secondary. So I do like Deebo in this game, but you never know. Yeah, you got so many weapons. You never know what's going to happen. By the way, somebody asked on the Comcast Business Text line, 510, all questions are good questions. That's what I learned in journalism school. All questions are good questions.
Sometimes.
Would you start Sam Darnold and rest Purdy? Now, again, all questions are good questions. But why in the world would you start Sam Darnold to rest Brock Purdy? Why does Brock Purdy
What's
need
the line
rest?
again? What's the line right now? What's the line for this game? It's what?
10 points.
10 points. It would drop down to like 5 if you started Sam Darnold.
Wow.
That's, yes.
Right.
Come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Sorry. You know what? UC Steve brought maybe 8 o'clock.
That was a bad question.
No.
Come on. What are we doing?
All
We're
questions are
overthinking.
good questions.
That was not a good question.
All questions are good questions.
I'm blocking that person on the
No,
Comcast
don't do that. Don't do that.
That was horrible.
Don't do that. All questions are good questions.
I don't want seeing ghosts to be playing in Cleveland, okay?
Well, I just don't. I would love to hear from 510 on why Brock Purdy would need rest. Why would he need rest?
He needs to be playing. Yeah. The guy hasn't even played a full regular season, and we're resting him. Also, we're trying to win an MVP here, all right? Yeah. MVP's playing every single game.
Let's go to Coach P in Fremont. Coach P, by the way, shameless shout-outs coming up in 17 minutes. Shameless shout-outs to First Edition at the new studio. My shout-out will be to the new studio, Tim Jordan. Screw everybody else.
Yeah.
Tim Jordan and the rest of the engineers. Screw Matt Nahegan. Screw Stacey Kaufman. Screw everybody here that made us move. You know, when I say screw Stacey Kaufman,
I was going to say, you're going to get that cut for real quick for contract negotiations? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Tim Jordan and the rest of the crew deserves all the credit. That's my shout-out. Everybody else, Coach P.
And shout out Bart, right? There you go.
Shout out the Bart train.
Bart, and you're there.
Hey, the 5 o'clock train was right on time.
Huge.
Unbelievable. Huge. No delays. Got me here in 25 minutes. Coach P, what's happening?
What's up, gentlemen? Good morning. Let's just touch on the basis, the Niners. You asked the question, who's better, Eagles or the Niners? I mean, right now, I'd rather be the one doing the hunting. I mean, I feel like the Eagles are kind of, to quote the great Mac Dre, going off of yesterday's score. And we all know yesterday's score don't count today's ball game player. I mean, we seen last year's game, the NFC Championship. I mean, the Niners were injured. I'm not even a Niner fan, but I've been getting paid off the Niners all season. I mean, I'm like the toxic god at a Carolina, Vega. That was a perfect call to start off the whole day and all that. Or you guys' new studio. Shout out to him. But, I've been getting paid all year because the Niners are doing it. A team that covers the spread, a team that does dominance, a team that is not afraid of anybody and is basically determined to show another team. We all know this is heading to a crash course in December against Philly. We all know this. I can't wait for that game as a football fan. But look, if this is the Simpsons, the Niners are Nelson, and right now going to Cleveland, the Browns are Chief Wiggum's kid, Ralph. So, I mean, they're going to demolish them, honestly. There's not even a thought of this being a trap game or anything. No, I mean, Cleveland's a hot mess. And I'm a Raider fan, and we know our situation. We're a mess, too.
Speaking of hot messes.
Basically, the Niners are clicking, and this is the first team I've seen in the Niners. I know you're going to say 2012, 2019. This is the first team I've seen since 94. 94, when they got Dion, they just had a look. Now they got Christian McCaffrey. They have a look. I'm telling you guys. But, get paid. Shout out to the Toxic God in Carolina, Vega. And real quick, you guys do a shout-out. Shout out to my oldest son. He's about to get on the plane. He finished training. He's a Marine. He finished training at Camp Pendleton. He's heading to Carolina to do some more training.
Great job.
Love the show, guys.
Peace. Love you, Coach P. Good stuff there.
1, 2, 3, 4. I love the Marine Corps. There you go. My brother was a Marine. There you go.
I didn't know where you're going there.
Yeah. My brother was a Marine, served early 2000s.
I declare a war.
No. A lot of veterans in the Spadoni household, so thank you for your service.
Shameless shout out to 14 minutes. He's right. I'm loading up on the 49ers. Who's with me? It's a body. Like, I don't want to just win the game. I'm kind of with you, Spadoni, and I hear what you're saying, but I do want to dominate on Sunday. I want to let everybody know in Philadelphia, the 215, we are coming. We are hunting for your asses out there in Philadelphia. We're coming December 3rd, and we're going to come, and we're going to kill you. Man, they're not going to kill you physically. I'm getting a little crazy here. But I want to send a message to everybody in NFL. Stomp the Browns. Stomp P.J. Walker. You know what? This week's a good week for a shutout. It's a good week for a goose egg. Hey, Fred Warner, what you got? Hey, Bosa. Hey, Randy Gregory, you want to make an impression on this fan base? Go get me 2 sacks this Sunday.
There is nothing... Thank you.
Yeah, that's the hype I'm on right now.
There is nothing more demoralizing for a fan base than for your team not to score any points.
Yeah.
It's rough, and it doesn't happen often, especially in today's game, Bonte, where every single rule is predicated on offense, and you still can't score a single point.
No,
that's what I'm looking for this week as well.
I want to destroy the Cleveland Browns. Who's with me? 888-957-9570. It's time to send messages every single week in the NFL. Statement games every week, not just the Cowboys. It needs to be the Browns. And then the next week on Monday Night Football.
Against Kirk, you like that,
Kirk Cousins? I want to drop 50 on Kirk Cousins. I want to end the Kirk Cousins talk forever.
Is that game personal?
Forever.
Is that game personal for you, Bonte?
It is personal. Because what Mike Florio say. Mike Florio said he's out on Kirk Cousins because this guy takes the day off on a Tuesday.
That's Kyle
if you
Shanahan.
want to be great, you study every single day. All right? Every single day. So Kirk Cousins, we're putting him in the body bag next Monday night. in his state midweeks, and then Joe Burrow comes to Levi Stadium and Jamar Chase.
That'll be fun.
That would be a lot of fun, but you know what? I want another blowout. I want blowout, blowout, blowout. Show me how good you are, 49ers. Uncle Gene in the town. I know he'll be at Fieldwork Brewery in San Leandro with his nephews and his grandsons. Uncle Gene, what's happening?
Town business.
Hey, fellas.
What's up,
you hear
Uncle
me?
Gene? I
Yes,
got
sir.
you.
Hey, okay. So, fellas, I'm here with my wife, Jan, and we have a message to deliver to the roasters if you can give us a minute or so.
Absolutely.
Okay, here goes. Roasters, this is your Uncle Gene
And Auntie Jan.
with an urgent appeal. Did you know our 25th ranking game managing system quarterback, Brock Purdy, is one of the lowest paid players in the NFL?
He's been forced to share an apartment with a 315-pound offensive lineman named Nick.
And just think of the indignities he's had to endure. Never having enough room on the couch to watch his favorite TV shows,
Spending half of his salary just to feed Nick.
and always losing wrestling matches to decide who cleans house and picks out the trash. So Auntie Jan and I have started a fundraiser we call
Find Brock a home.
Our Goal is to raise $1 million. If Brock can afford, say, a nice fixer-upper in Mill Creek.
Please open your heart and your wallet
And just
generously to find Brock a home.
on behalf of Brock and Nick, who needs his own space and lots of it,
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
I don't even know where to go from there. Uncle Gene.
Gene, I think that's a walk-off. I think that's a walk-off. I don't think you need to say anything else.
Yeah,
That was all that needed to be
You're
said.
tough for the day. I don't need your
Um,
breakdown. We're going to find Brock a home, and he's going to play well in Cleveland. We're going to find.
That music, I don't know if you've ever gotten like a massage somewhere, like if you go to the Chinese massage therapy, like the foot massage, stuff like that. That is the music that you hear at the massage parlor. And it was, I don't know where they're going. It bordered,
I know where he's going.
Well, it bordered on like Sarah McLachlan. Is that what they were trying to do?
That's the vibe I started to get. That's a Doobie Award for Call of the Year, right?
Yeah,
there.
that is. Well,
it
that's
sounds like Uncle Gene's trying to get a Doobie Award.
it's something.
He's bringing the production value in, getting Jan in there.
I mean,
He's going for
remember
it.
last year, Jan played the drums. They had a song. They freestyled. Auntie Jan played the drums. So now I think Uncle Gene heard Kato Perdical always bringing his lady onto the airways, and Uncle Gene said, I'm going to what up Kato Perdical St. Louis. And Auntie Jan, what a solid performance from her.
I love our callers trying to one up each other too.
Yeah,
Holy
that-
smokes.
That
Keep it up,
was
callers. I
an-
want
Holy
to